I listened to Doctor. I listened to Adekule Baba Imaan. My Baba, and what I saw was goodness. I know we have to go to mosque, but there are a few things that I highlighted that I would like us to go through as a family. Because one thing I owe you is honesty. You see, my sisters and brothers, everything starts with trust. When they send me an audio to say that, oh, staffs are scared to come to our agreed venue, I said, today is a test of trust. I said, Pamsek, I said, I am the leader, that's the venue we're going to have our meeting. If my staff trust me, they'll come to me, we'll have a meeting in a conducive space. Yesterday we had a meeting outside, under the open roof, because we're having light issues. You see, without trust, you can't achieve anything. If you don't trust God, you cannot even pray to God for things. So trust me, we'll have a lot of work to do when it comes to breathing team spirit, when it comes to understanding our job. You see, this civil service thing or ministry thing is structured. Do you know all what you're complaining about has nothing to do with me? Do you know that? Ask the permanent secretary, there's nothing she brings for approval that we do not agree and approve. Only like 2 things. One of them was fistula. And fistula because I cannot sign what will put all of us in trouble. And I said, go and fix the file and bring it back for me to sign. Especially, when you brought it to me, I say, go and train my team. Before we train others, we have to also be certified social workers. When he did that, I said, okay, give me the date, I will launch your project. We'll go and launch your project. But every other thing we agree. But what you want me to do is you want me to be the permanent secretary. You want me to be the director of finance. You want me to be the director of HR. You want me to be the director of general services. How bad? Do you want me to die? It's just only on you. Everybody has their work mapped out for them. When the permanent secretary said town hall, I said, no, you're supposed to do town hall. Me, I'm just supposed to maybe host like a Christmas party, or I host a salad party, or in our line of work, we meet to socialize, so if there's any special thing. But a town hall between staff, he said, no, they want it. I said, okay, fix it. And you agreed that we fixed it several times, it didn't happen. To show you that I'm a listening leader, I'm a listening mother, and I'm a human being. Like I said, nobody has a monopoly of anything. At the end of the day, you don't know where we're going to meet. This service is going to end, and then one day we'll come across each other. You don't know what we're going to mean to each other. And that's why I'm a human being first, before anything else. But I know my role. The same thing you're complaining about, I also have those kind of reservations. But they're all work in progress. If I was going with an attitude of entitlement, all the things we're getting in the ministry wouldn't have gotten it. Trust me, we're 90% there. If we do not do things properly, we're going to be our own enemies of progress. People only align to places where there's peace. People only want to associate with peaceful environment. Do you think, now, why do you want to make it difficult for people to even support us or associate with us? Because, people are laughing at us. Ideally, people that will say, okay, I'll see what I can do, I'll help you. People want to go where it's shining, not where there's crisis. We can still solve our problems without harassing each other. Do you know that? How will I know who is who if you keep the files and you don't send the files up? Out of over 1,000 memos that I've sent downstairs, I've not received up to 20. I told the PAM that there's a thing of concern for me. That when I send my memos down, even the ones that I know about, the people call me and say that, oh, they've written them from the director to say that they're not interested for now. They'll contact them when they're ready. There was someone that said, oh, Imaan, I'm going to write, I'll come to you, and then we discuss. I want to do free medical outreach for 50,000 women. He said, I've done 10,000 now. In the next 5 years, I want to do another 50,000, 10,000 a year. I'll write you and come. So they wrote me and said, oh, they're coming for courtesy call and they only give me an award. And I sent the letter down to Pamsec. He never came to me, came back to me. Only for the guy to come to me with the awards to my office and say, okay, so how do we advance with the training? I said, okay. Bring the proposal and then I'll send it to the team to work on it. And he brought my award to me. And then 2 days after the awards, he said, I received this letter from your team saying that they're not interested in the award and the meeting for now, that they wish him all the best in his future endeavors. So let me tell you something. The best way for any leader to know you is from the memos that you send up. That's how I met Ola. I didn't know Ola from anywhere. I'm not from the same village with her. I didn't know Alkali from anywhere. Alkali, when I went to NAPTIP, he was so active that, you know, a goldfish has no hiding place. It's the work that you do. It's the work that you do that will highlight the person that you are. It's not magic. I don't know. If I didn't sit with Benjamin, I would not leave him on spreadsheet. I would change my calculator for spreadsheet. But I sat with him. By talking to him, Benjamin, I realized that I had learned a lot. Even about my own work that would enhance value to me. And I realized that he was coachable. And he was a listening person. I knew that he had what it takes to lead our program. We're serving our country. Nothing will be given to you because of who you are. It's because of what you can do. Who you are comes to play when you have what it takes and you hang around the same circle. Then that way they can say, oh, I know her, she can do this, we can trust her with this. But if I send files down and you hide files, I cannot wait for you. The renewed agenda is so ambitious. You know, there's no state I didn't go with Mr. President campaign. And I promised people that joy is coming. So at this level, I don't sit down and say there's no money. We go find the money and do whatever it takes. Today, everybody, the last meeting I had in the office was an ambassador coming up 5 levels of stairs because the lift was off, I can see, yes. And then telling me that their first lady is proud of the work we're doing in our ministry, that they want to associate with our ministry and do stuff. It means that the sacrifice is paying off. We just have to be patient and more committed so that we can be able to reap the sweats of our labor. Otherwise, we'll labor in vain. I would like to appeal to you that we're not here to play, trust me. This meeting has shown me, you know, that we're not speaking to each other. Do you know why Al-Ali is a director in the OHM, according to the civil service structure? It's for ease of access. Al-Ali is not only your pillar, he's supposed to be also my pillar, which he is. But do you know some of the things you're saying? I'm hearing them for the first day. Because Al-Ali has transited from being a director to now being my father. You know, he has my father's name. So Al-Ali, you're not my father, you're a director first. When we go home, we do father. When things come to you, I should know. Do you understand? It's very important. Because that way it helps me to make informed decisions. So that I can also wear my thinking hat and see how we can solve the problems together. You know, sometimes when you want to protect somebody, you know, you can also be doing some damages to the person.
Your battery.
So trust me, let's leave that entitlement spirit. Let's have the can-do spirit. Let's be diplomatic and see what happens to our work. You all cited that this is one of the best ministries because it's the ministry of everything and everyone. Our mandate cuts across the 15, you know, Beijing platform for action, the thematic areas, which has to do with women. Women are everywhere. Women are everything. Which has to do with children. Today we have more children than adults in this country. Which has to do with families. Everybody belongs to a family unit. And the vulnerable people, you know, This is the conscience of every country. So you see, our work is mapped out for us. If you say that we should be doing town hall every day, do you think I'll mind? It's easier for me to do town hall than anything. It's the easiest thing I can do. We come here, we talk about our problems, so we'll go tomorrow again, we come and resume. I can do that. But you need to use me for bigger things. Just for the record, I am the political head of this ministry. My work for you is political advocacy, and I'm the lead of policy. But we have an administrative head and an accounting officer who has come in January and has fit in very quickly. I must give it to the permanent secretary. They say opposite attracts. You guys are lucky that your minister and permanent secretary are working closely. In some ministries, it's not like that. And it affects the working of government. It affects everything that happens in the ministry. And you cannot even do your work or reach. But we're working because opposite attracts. While I'm impulsive, she's calm and calculated. So that means we can't make mistakes. That means you can bring me back to all I want and say, no, this one, if we do it, no, this is not. And then I'll say, okay, yes, I think you're right. Because we're two different people. So I think that we're blessed from what I can see. Yes, we have problems, but nobody is a magician here. I don't know about you, but I'm not a magician. But I know that I'm a mover, I'm a shaker, I'm a go-getter. I'm a problem solver. So this is when we understand things, it's, I was so shocked at the time that I needed my team the most. Was the time, when the chips were down, was when, this manifested. I was appointed the Minister of Women Affairs to protect women, to also protect women in politics. Today, a woman in politician is under attack by a male politician in her state. And what I see is even my team saying that, oh, she didn't give them paper. It is not my role. That's not my job to give paper. I don't want it, I don't have paper. And she said, don't worry, I'm going to get someone that is going to supply us with paper, that wants the next money that comes in. Do you know that our overhead has gone up almost 1,000%? It's just that it's not implemented. I thought that people will be celebrating me. Do you know what it takes to push a budget up? It's not easy. It's not easy to change numbers in this game. It requires a lot, and then I go and I move the budget. Do you think that 2026 I'm going to do anything about the budget? I'm not going to do it. Because you guys don't even understand what I have done. You don't understand what I have done for Nigerian women. What we have done. You don't understand it. It's a big deal. For 30 years, Mr. President said, okay, now I want to fund women affairs. And then we're still complaining. What we have to do is to pray more, is to stick better together. Let me tell you something. Your respect lies in the way you treat me. I'm telling you this. Because when I go into places, the way I'm treated is the kind of benefits that will come to the ministry. Already people feel foreign affairs is not it because we don't have money. Now we're beginning to have money and people are beginning to respect me. And then now you're saying that, oh, she's a bad woman, she doesn't give paper, she doesn't pay money for travel. But I don't pay money for travel. We have an accounting officer and we have a director of finance. And even as the chief executive, you can ask my team that I did not do procurement work, I didn't do finance work, I didn't do HR work. I stood in my lane because I know my capacity. And one of the concerns that we must address, that you guys didn't speak about, is you said I came with many people. Do you know that our ministry never been fully activated. And I saw that people needed time to trust me to send files. There's some files I have not seen. Do you know that I need people to work with for us to even trigger a lot of activities in the ministry? There's nothing that I do with my essays I don't say, go out and be studied in the ministry, work with the team. Sometimes even in my memo, I just read to Pamsek and I tell her who she can work with that understands what I've started doing in that regard so that we can move forward. Because it's a lot of things that we're doing. There's nobody that can take your work, nobody. These essays are working pro bono. They're all technical people that are just there for free. They don't have a salary. They're just contributing themselves. Their service. They're just supporting. So that all of you can get the credit. They can't do your work, they can just support me in the role. And that is what is happening. It's just that we're not patient enough to understand. I don't think the day that you bring a file and I say, oh, you go and implement it. I'm a technocrat. I've never seen this in the whole of my years in this. I'm like, what? It was like a movie to me. And that's why it's very important that we understand the rules of the game so that we can win. If you don't understand the rules, you will never win that game. It is my prayer that all of you will ascend to the highest levels. You know? And that's why it's important that the permanent secretary will teach us the civil service anthem. Because the requirement for you to become permanent secretary. And if you were smart, one day, just like we see many people come from presidency, become PAMSECs, we'll see many people come from main affairs and become PAMSECs because of our drive for excellence. That's our prayer. Already from one of the people that spoke, I'm praying for one of them to become PAMSEC. Because I saw those qualities in her. And that's what happens. When you write up, when you show up, please don't sit on those files. That's what will lift you up. That's how any head of organization, chief executive, that's how the PAMSEC will know you. Remember, she's new. It's when you write memos. Make sure you're writing, you're recommending. They'll say, this person knows what they're doing. They'll say, you come and be focal person for this. You come and do this. It's not by magic. It's not by bullying. At this level of my political career, you should know that nobody can bully me. Sure you know. And nobody can bully a PAMSEC. But we're here to listen. Because trust me, nobody wins alone. If I don't go out and do what I'm doing, we're going to be here in the next 2 years. We're not going to move an inch. It requires energy. Some of you go and come at will. Me, sometimes I get to my house at 1 a.m. And I don't have a social life. It's work. It's a sacrifice I'm doing for all of us. Trust me. I would like to speak about housing. Do you know 30 years has gone? Most of our lands have been taken away. That belongs to the ministry. You know, a land that is meant for a housing estate for staff. Do you know that we have discovered that land? And now we're about to go and revalidate it. Somebody has taken over the land already. Do you understand? So why am I not getting credit for that? Why am I blamed for something that is... But I don't know, it's not an excuse. Ignorance is not an excuse. It's not an excuse for misbehavior. Do you know that? You who are busy claiming for Atali, you should be claiming Atali that he did not tell me to. Yes. So, I'm happy that we're having this town hall meetings. I can assure you that, you know, as much as I can do this, I'll do it. But know that it's not my duty for town hall. Town hall is for, you know, engagements that concerns staffs and department. That's the work of a PAMSEC. But I will sit with you town hall for us to celebrate our successes. For us to celebrate Salah, for Christmas parties, you understand? That's what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to make didn't have the resources. But we spend many of those times together so that we can get to know each other by name. Like today, I'm going to live here knowing that I have a father in the ministry. You know, I'm an orphan. I told one of my friends, I said, please, spare this for orphan. He said, I'm the head boy of orphan. He said, my mom died the day she gave birth to me. My dad died 1 month later. So he said, I'm your head boy. So you can't blackmail me and say you're an orphan. Yes. So yes, I've spoken about the issue of staff quarters. Now about digital. We're going digital. The funds have not been released. So that, because once you go digital, that means everybody will have a computer. And trust me, we can get help. We just have to be true to ourselves, All this is, even spreadsheet, and you can tell spreadsheet that, look, you must buy us a computer. Or you must start paying us rent, because we want our rent, because he's in our ministry. We can bully spreadsheet because we know that they have their funds there. That's the only place that we have money, let me tell you the truth. Yes. I'm not exposing him, but I'm just telling you that he's the one that we should all be fighting. Sure, you know. But we're being good to him. So why am I taking somebody's bullet? No, but that's what mothers do. Let me tell you something. I'm not angry with any of you. I'm a politician. We're used to scandal and crisis. My concern was that there's concerns in the home, and we should. That's why I came. I'm not upset. In fact, I'm even a non-popular politician. Because people that didn't know me now know me. Everybody is going to research me, look at my work. So for me, more positives have come out than the negatives, yeah? And also, our work is going viral. Our work that we do in the ministry. Our work that I will go and suffer and do, mobilize, and it will only get 5 likes. Now more people are going to look at it and like it. So now we've thrown ourselves to the public domain. People will know whether we're good or bad. Because these people are not fools. No matter what we say, they know how to look and see what is really true. Okay. I think that I've exhausted everything. I know the problems that we have. Hamsek has discussed with me. He tried to be creative. Trust me, when she came, she spoke about welfare. I was the one that told her where we can pay welfare. I said, this is what Aduda did. And that's what sisters do for their sisters. And she said, oh, blah, blah. I said, Hamsek, this is what that's where we got the money from. Because Aduda made me to go and request from finance to change the use of those funds. They were intervention funds meant for construction. So I went to the Minister of Finance and I said, please, can you change the use? Because we have a lot of outstandings. And he did change the use of those particular funds. So we're able to use it for things like welfare and other things that were. But still, it's not been released. So that welfare thing that they did is somebody's money that has borrowed us. We still have not paid the person. Do you know that? It's just like I told you, the only place we have money is patience. I hope he's safe. So let me round up. I've said a lot. Yes. And we'll continue to engage. Abdali, please, you're not a shield between me and the team. You're there so that they can easily have access to me. My doors are always open. Joyce, you come to my office sometimes. Don't you come in to see me? Yeah, Glory. She comes sometimes because we had an opportunity of traveling with her, where she supported me, where I saw her professionalism. So sometimes she comes and they'll say, oh, she's coming. I'm saying, come in. And then we talk. If it's something that I can do, I do, otherwise she goes to the PAMSEC. So my doors are always open. It's just that sometimes I can be very, very professional. That's why sometimes you see that I hold those serious face. Because without that attitude, we cannot move forward. And where the Nigerian women are standing on our own shoulders. So we have to take our work with every sense of seriousness, which we're doing. I look forward to a stronger working relationship. Please, let's understand the rules so that we don't find ourselves wanting. Let's respect each other. It's very important. so that we can live here loving each other? You know, some people think that, as a politician, you want to die in one seat. I'm not that kind of politician. Trust me, I have a lot of dreams. I'm already a minister, not once but twice. Nobody can take that out of my CV. So me, I'm not afraid of crisis. I'm not afraid of living here. I'm not. But whatever was given to me, I did it properly. So please, I beg you in the name of Almighty God, for the love of country, because we're all patriots, that let's safeguard our institution. My role in the ministry is to push the agenda of Mr. President for women forward with all of your support. And the system got the permanent secretary to enable that for me. That is the structure. Let's understand. And I beg you in the future, please respect authority so that God can raise you to that level. I beg you. Sometimes I see the staff in the lobby and I try them to see if they will greet me. They don't greet me. I have to be the one to say hello. They'll just be looking at me. I will say, hey. I say, what's happening? I have to be the one to say, hi, are you a staff? They say, yes. Are you okay? I say, okay, have a nice day. They'll be looking at me like this. There's something wrong with that picture. There's something. Me, I will say, Honorable Minister, Charles Department. I'm the one that wrote you the memo on fistula or whatever. That's what I will say. Honorable Minister, good afternoon. Nutrition Department, Nutrition 774. The file is coming tomorrow, Honorable Minister. That's how you feel. So I don't know what's killing our confidence, but trust me, we can solve the problems one at a time. The business of government is prosperous. As a nation, we're stabilizing. But just like Ola said, that joy is coming, and joy will come. But if it has to be, it's up to us. I heard some people talk about all the staff, being in debt. Yes, that's what it means. Yeah, you have debt. Yeah, so that's something also that we can think at the issue of cooperative. That's something that I can advise on. It's not my work, it's one person. But if she comes to me and taps my brain, because I have that kind of, institutional memory, some here and there, I can be able to, because the biggest cooperative is that of the police. And my role with the police then was the welfare of the police. So I can advise on certain issues on how we went forward. So that the PAMSEC can discharge her duty. So I thank you all, for sharing from your heart. I thank those who trusted me and came here and trusted that I'm not going to call police or DSS. For my team, hey. We have some rice in the store here, and I think that we should all go home with something. I don't know.